What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated 3-division world champion, 5-time world champion, superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, who simultaneously held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at lightweight and junior welterweight. He also held the IBF super title at super featherweight. Gervonta Tank Davis with a record of 29 wins, no loss and no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. He has now been cleared of all the DV charges that was placed against him. You see a lot of people talking about it when it first happened, but nobody's talking about the fact that Gervonta Tank Davis has now been cleared. He's also serving a 90-day home house arrest for the hit and run incident that took place back in November of 2020. So Gervonta Tank Davis will be set to resume his boxing career and clear of all charges in about August. Okay, so now all these the arrests that he had right before his fight with Hector Garcia, January 7th, the week before the fight, that Gervonta Tank Davis was arrested and detained and then later released on a $100 bond. Gervonta Tank Davis has been cleared of all these charges. Okay, as I told you guys at that time, Gervonta Tank Davis is a celebrity athlete. He's a multi-millionaire, and for his bond, if it was that serious, his bond would not be $100. So it was $100 to bond out. That is not even pocket change for Gervonta Tank Davis. And now we find out that Gervonta Tank Davis has been cleared of all the charges. So with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis now is set, and in August he'll be set to resume his career with no charges, nothing pending, nothing hanging over his head. And so that's great news. So there's big fights to be had for Gervonta Tank Davis, who's coming off the most lucrative, biggest fight of his career, April 22nd, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, when he beat and knocked out then lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia, who is now 23 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis dropped him in the 2nd round. Then he stopped him with a left hook to the liver in the 7th round. Okay, and that fight did 1.2 to 1.4 million pay-per-view buys. It did the 5th highest gate in Las Vegas boxing history. It brought in over $22 million at the live gate. So with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis is no doubt a superstar in the sport of boxing. And another fight has just presented itself as we have gotten a conclusion to the highly anticipated lightweight undisputed showdown between Devin the Dream Haney, who is the undisputed lightweight world champion superstar boxer, who is now 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach, as he defeated 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko via a unanimous 12-round decision. So Devin Haney retains his belts, and now Tank Davis and his team are stating that they want that fight with Devin Haney. Okay, so there's a big fight for Tank Davis right there between himself and Devin Haney, who stated that he got to see how he feels if he can make 135 pounds again. And also there's an opportunity for Tank Davis to fight, as his team has called out, Olympic silver medalist, 2-division world champion, former unified super featherweight WBO, WBC world champion, superstar boxer, now lightweight title contender, Shakur Stevenson, Shakur Stevenson is 20 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. He is 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. So Tank Davis and his team said that they would welcome a fight with Shakur Stevenson as well. But the 2 fights they want is Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. That's the 2 fights they got their sights set on. They even called out Shakur Stevenson via social media yesterday heavy, and obviously they know they want the Devin Haney fight. So there's massive fights on the horizon for Gervonta Tank Davis. And now you won't hear a bunch of people talking about Gervonta Tank Davis being cleared. When Gervonta Tank Davis was sentenced, that was a big day for the sport of boxing and the media world, as everybody reported on it. But now nobody's reporting the fact that Gervonta Tank Davis has been cleared of these charges. When he was first arrested, it went viral. and everybody talked about it and everybody condemned him. But now that he's been cleared, nobody's talking about it. You're not going to hear anybody talk about the good. They only want to talk about the bad because everybody likes drama. So with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis is clear once again to resume his career. Now, he did state, and his team stated, that he wants to get back in the ring ASAP. He's staying focused. He's back in the gym as much as he could be, because there is rules that Gervonta Tank Davis has to follow on his house arrest. So, there's things that he can and cannot do. So Gervonta Tank Davis is focusing on his boxing career, focusing on his next big fight, which was, I believe, at this stage of Gervonta Tank Davis' career, his next fight could be even bigger than this Ryan Garcia fight, especially if it's Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, one of the two. I think that his next fight may be even bigger than that fight, or just as big, because he has spilled over into the household names now, the casual names. He took his star status to a whole nother level. So Gervonta Tank Davis fighting the Shakur Stevensons or the Devin Haneys of the world is just going to be bigger for Gervonta Tank Davis at this stage of his career. So with that said, we can expect big things from Gervonta Tank Davis moving forward. Some massive things on the horizon for Gervonta Tank Davis. So with that said, I can't wait. I want to see Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney. That makes the most sense to me next, because it gives Gervonta Tank Davis another opportunity at legacy. If he was to beat Devin Haney and become undisputed where he stands in his career, that would be enormous. Okay. Now, there's controversy surrounding the Devin Haney victory over Vasyl Lomachenko, because people feel like Lomachenko actually won the fight. But that's people that don't really know the sport of boxing. As you heard, Gervonta Tank Davis coach Kenny Ellis, he stated he thought that Devin Haney was up 7-1 going into the 8th round, going into the 9th round, right? That he was dominating the fight. And when you rewatch the fight, you can clearly see that Devin Haney won the first 6 rounds. But non-boxing fans and casual fans and people don't understand what they're watching, they're telling the world that Devin Haney lost this fight. Even you had Vasyl Lomachenko come out and said the world watched him get robbed. So with that said, that's people that's blind to what actually takes place within the sport of boxing. They don't understand what takes place in the sport of boxing. And because of that, they have these perspectives that Devin Haney lost this fight, when in reality, he won the fight, and he won the fight clearly. Okay, it wasn't even, there is no debate as to who won the fight. Devin Haney won the first 6 to 7 rounds, and you can see that clearly once you rewatch the fight. But if you don't have the trained boxing eye and understand that the body work that Devin Haney was doing, controlling the distance, controlling the pace of the fight, and being more active and accurate than Lomachenko, well, then you don't know. Then you're going to say Devin Haney lost the fight. And if you wanted him to lose the fight, well, there you have it. So with that said, it makes sense, in my opinion, to see Devin Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Not only the fact that there's controversy, but people will now pay to see Devin Haney lose. So the fact that people say Devin Haney is not a draw, he don't sell, well, guess what? They're going to pay to see him lose. So especially to see him lose to Gervonta Tank Davis, because Gervonta Tank Davis is expected to knock out Devin Haney. So that makes sense. But the Shakur Stevenson fight also makes sense for Gervonta Tank Davis as well, because Shakur Stevenson's skill set, his popularity, and his talent, so, and people are well aware of Shakur Stevenson. So that makes sense as well. So those are massive fights for Gervonta Tank Davis. So we have to see how everything unfolds, how this negotiations play out. Now, Devin Haney you hear that Paulie Malignaggi said that Devin Haney signed 2 days before his fight with Lomachenko re-signed with Top Rank. I haven't heard that. I don't know where he got that from. But Devin Haney's a network promotional free agent as it stands right now, and Gervonta Tank Davis is with he's with PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman, Showtime, and Showtime president of sports Steven Espinosa, and he has his own company, GTD, Gervonta Tank Davis Promotions. So with that said, there's big fights on the horizon for Tank Davis, but it makes sense. The Devin Haney fight seems to be easier to be made since Shakur Stevenson has an exclusive deal and rights with Top Rank, ESPN, and Bob Arum. So it's a little more difficult to negotiate that fight opposed to the Devin Haney fight, should Devin Haney stay unrestricted free agent, network promotional free agent. So let's see how it unfolds, plays out. But Gervonta Davis is a free man. All charges drop. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Garcia, you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Wow.